I started to think about how I was going to spread this message, because it's a message about our homes, it's a message about asthma, it's a message about those little lungs and those little people, and it's also a message about the planet. And I wanted a way to get moms together to talk about it, because I think really we are the change makers, so to speak. We're the ones who can really make a difference. And I had this thought that if we all got together, that not only could you all hear the message, but then maybe you could help me to spread the message. And so I asked Cindy to come, my goddess, and talk to us about what's really going on in our homes and give you kind of the inside skinny on what's happening and what we can do to make a difference.
Well, thanks,
Cindy.
Sloan. This is such an important topic. You know, women are the caretakers of the home, and we want to make sure that our homes are the safest place in the world. Now, so I'm going to share the real dirt on clean. So to start out, 90% of all poison exposures occur in the home. And just last year, there were 200,000 poisonings that happened from household cleaners. And all of us know that we should keep these products out of the reach of children and use the safety latches and make sure they're tucked away. But the thing that people don't realize is that all those cumulative products that you use in your home can actually create real health consequences. And that's a dirty little secret that people don't know about that I'd like to talk about. Now, 90% of our time is spent inside. And if you go to the Environmental Protection Agency website, you'll find that indoor air pollution is 2 to 5 times higher inside than it is outside. So you have to ask yourself the question, where are these pollutants coming from? Well, they're coming from our carpeting, they're coming from upholstery, they're coming from the air fresheners you spray in the air, and what you clean your home with. So this cumulative toxic effect is enormous. And if you're thinking about the number of chemicals that have been introduced, in the last several decades, 80,000 new chemicals have been introduced today, and they've been registered with the EPA, but very, very, very few of them have been tested for toxicity. And what that means is that you and I and our families are part of the biggest chemistry experiment ever conducted, and we're all the guinea pigs, because nobody knows what the cumulative effects of all of these chemicals are to our health. And if you go to the Environmental Protection Agency website and you try to look up hazardous household waste, I'm going to show you what they considered hazardous household waste. And they say that the disposal of the following products can be environmental toxins and harmful to human health. So you're kind of curious what those might be? Let me show you. Well, they include harmful to human health, bleach, harmful to human health, toilet bowl cleaner, oven cleaner.
Obviously, for legal reasons, we can't reveal the names, but I think you might recognize
Tub
a few
and
of your
tile
pals.
cleaner, and drain cleaner. So these are all environmental toxins and considered harmful to human health. And you have to ask yourself the question, you know, if our governmental authorities know that these are harmful, are these really things that we want to have in our homes today? Now, I'd also like to share with you a number of other types of chemicals that are being used in products that we may be using all of the time that have harmful health consequences too. And I'm going to start with an ingredient that's called sodium hydroxide. Now, sodium hydroxide as a chemical is known as an immediate respiratory irritant. So immediately upon inhalation, it can cause respiratory problems. It can cause damage to your mouth, your eyes, your skin, and your throat. And in some cases, it could cause kidney and liver damage. So we're going to clear these off, and I want to show you kind of an array of products that contain this particular ingredient. And they include things like tub and tile cleaner, once again, toilet bowl cleaner, oven cleaner. So these are getting familiar, aren't they? They can also be found in dishwashing liquids and can be found in some types of laundry detergents. And they can be found in scouring cleansers and also some types of pre-spotters. Now, I want you to think about the ways you use these types of products. You'll notice a lot of them have spray triggers so that you're spraying them in the air. And these are things that there's a high probability that you're potentially inhaling or your family may be inhaling. And again, this particular ingredient, sodium hydroxide, is known to be immediately irritating to your respiratory system. So this is a whole array of products that is something you want to think about too. Now, another ingredient that's often found in household products is called hydrochloric acid. And you probably heard about this in high school chemistry. Very, very powerful and dangerous ingredient that's often found in toilet bowl cleaners and also in fabric odor eliminators. Now, hydrochloric acid will cause severe damage to your skin. It's fatal if it's ingested, and it can also cause severe problems if inhaled. And if you read the warning labels of these products, they say, be very, very careful, make sure your room is ventilated. But think of the way you use a toilet bowl cleaner. You're in a bathroom, you're working away, it's sealed up, and typically we don't hold our breaths when we're cleaning our home. That's not the typical way we do it. And this is a product.
Or wear a gas mask.
Or wear a gas mask. So there's a big question you want to ask yourself. If these things are not designed for us to breathe, why are we using them in our home? So that's another one. Now, another ingredient that's found actually in a lot of these products too is something called butyl salicylic, and you'll also find it in all-purpose cleaners and window cleaners too. Butyl salicylic is also known as a respiratory irritant, and it's something that there actually was a study that was done by the California Air Resources Board that showed that women who spend 15 minutes cleaning the soap scum off of their shower inhale 3 times the acute limit for this particular chemical. So there's so many products that are using these types of chemicals in your home, and they're things that you probably want to be getting out of your home. So the good news about all of this, and there is good news.
Could you give us something good?
Yeah, I know. It's a bit overwhelming, is that you can do something about this. You can do something about it by getting educated. And we've given you a resource that's on your chair. There's a great resource available from the National Institutes of Health, and it's called the Household Products Directory. And what you can do is you can look up these ingredients on that database, and you'll find out the brands that have those ingredients present in them. So you want to find out what's in your home. You want to find out what's around your family and your kids, and make the decision about whether or not you want to get them out of your homes.
What was probably most interesting was the statistics to back up what we probably know as it relates to how harmful some of these cleaning products are.
There have been times in my life when I have had that experience where you're in the bathroom and you're spraying all the stuff and you get overwhelmed by the smell and you have to get out of the room.
The thing that surprised me the most today was the fact that I never really thought about all the toxic fumes that our household cleaners can put into the air, and cumulatively having all of that toxic floating through our home could be very harmful to my children.